Let's see if it's picking me up now. Okay, we're working there. Game. What else? Game. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna put on some lo-fi and turn it down. I got all the audio working now. We're gonna play more Last Epoch today, of course. I had some fun YouTube interactions over the weekend. Well, over the past few days. Been seeing some very interesting stuff on there, especially anti-Israel stuff. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but man, people fall down conspiracy traps like crazy, and I can't stand it. Nobody does any research on their own. And then on top of it all, I make comments on a website and then or on YouTube, and then all my comments get deleted because they're anti-Hamas or whatever, and this girl doesn't like it. Uh, what am I looking for? Yeah, people rely too much on these shorts to give them like all the information that they're getting, or like extremist point of views, especially like ex-Christians who have like a completely different hatred for Christianity than I've ever seen. Nutso, man. Nutso people. Let's see, let's preview here. Bring this back up. So this girl used, let's see, drag this over to the other side. She used this person who I have no idea who he is. He's got like 3 videos on his website, no subscribers, and used his opinion about Christianity and when he's completely anti-Israel. It says Jesus only preached one message, which is completely wrong. That yet all it is love. It's, which is a complete misrepresentation of Jesus. It just blew my mind. And then she was asking for, where does the Bible say that you need to Christians need to be or back up Israel basically. And there's a lot of verses in the Bible. I gave her two, which was Genesis 12 and Numbers 24. Well, so she says Genesis 12 is God just talking to Abraham. I'm like, all right, if you don't like that one, I got another one that says the same exact thing, but it's the tribe of Israel, about the tribe of Israel. Same thing. Blessed are those who bless you, and cursed are those who curse you. Very simple. And then I don't know what the meaning of Zionism is. It's like, come on. It's just the Jews have a right to have their own land, a homeland, and return back to their ancient homeland, which was given to them by the British government. And then she's bringing up about these ultra Orthodox Jews spitting on Christians, yada, yada, yada. They are such a small minority of Jews. It is ridiculous. And people just have no idea. And then she's using these terrorist organization sites to, prove her point. And like Dawa guys and just like pro Muslim. Oh, here's another one she used. This Yusuf guy. Videos showing bombings there, and oh, here's a I'm going to treat civilians. And in this video, I'm not putting any sound on. See people laying there. I mean, he would have blood coming out of his ears. They pick him up. The girl, I don't know. But the thing that got me in this video was it's coming up here shortly. That guy laying there. Look at him. They're making it look like his leg got blown off. It would be bloody all over the place if his leg did get blown off. Like, this is fake. That guy's legs tucked under his back, under his butt. Just it is ridiculous that they're following for this propaganda campaign against Israel. I'm not saying Israel's like perfect in what they're doing, but man, people are stupid. Redefining everything nowadays. And I told her that. I said I'm not surprised. Absolutely not surprised about the redefinition of Zionism. And what is it, the Talmud or something like that? Tawhid or something. It's just like a back and forth conversation points between rabbis about how to deal with situations. Just they need to do research of their own. And basically, all I told her is if you want to learn about end times and the prophecy of the third temple and the coming of the Antichrist, you need to read Daniel and Revelations because all you're doing is taking people's word for it who don't even understand it themselves. It's a very difficult and dark topic to get down into. Crazy. Crazy and frustrating. All right, so I'm doing the Heartseeker build, which has actually been pretty fun lately. Been enjoying it. We'll see how long I can play because I just took my medicine, so I might want to sleep here shortly. Who knows? I might see me dozing off in the chair. I need the Black Sun to get the critical chance. People are driving me nuts with their stupidity. people actually could use their own brains, it would be a different story, but there's so many sheep out there that cannot think on their own and do any research on their own. It's bull. I don't know if anybody's seen like the most recent Pierce Morgan interview. What a joke that was. They didn't even let that poor lady talk both times in the interviews, and then just went to Dave Smith, Dave Matthews, whatever his name is, and was like, "What do you have to say about this? Oh, you agree with everything I have to say?" Yeah. So frustrating. Pierce is just a clout chaser, always has been. Oh gosh. They didn't even let her make one point, and this Dave Smith guy is just a joke. I'm a smug looking asshole. Excuse my French. And then they want to talk about how great the Muslims are. They're peace loving people. They've never done anything to anybody. And it's like, look what's going on over in the Middle East. I think there's like one Christian left in like Yemen or something like that. They've like killed the rest of them, or the rest have fled. And just like look at all the Muslim like countries that are just chopping people's heads off because they don't believe in their Allah. And people want to complain about the Crusades, about Christianity. Learn some facts. Do some research on your own. Don't believe just anybody telling you this is what it is. Look into it. Stop being lazy people. You can tell. You can tell people are lazy and just taking people at face value. Or because it meets their political agenda in some way or form, I guess. Joke. It's a joke. Such a joke. Yeah, but that Pierce Morgan debate got me a little hot. And honestly, in my opinion, I think they should let reporters go in. Just don't have them be protected by the IDF. They have to be protected by their own private security. Because that would be taking away resources from the IDF. We don't want that. So bring in your own private security if you want to go into Israel or into Gaza. And you know what? If you get captured or whatever, that's not the IDF's problem. And if you become a casualty of war, that is not the IDF's problem. That is my serious opinion. Getting sick and tired of seeing stupid people. I'm almost positive this lady was making it a one-sided conversation by deleting my posts on her YouTube. Oh, you've never been censored by YouTube before? No, I haven't. Unless I use some of their hard list words, which I have not been. Joke. Complete joke. She's trying to play the victim, these people. Because I'm not even going to point to the video I saw because I don't want that person to get more views out of this crap. It's ridiculous. I'll go this way. Lying to people, spreading false information, having an ex-Christian atheist explain revelations and the second coming of Christ and what all that entails. Yeah, okay. This lady, you could tell because I watched her whole video, had such a bone to pick with Christianity. She was so enraged about everything with Christianity. It was heartbreaking how bad she views it because she went to a Christian private school when she grew up. And you know what? I don't know what they taught her in that school, but most of these people blame all these like people that profess the name that they're Christians, they believe in Christ, but they've never even opened up their darn Bible. It's just my biggest thing. If you're going to criticize Christianity, look into it. Read the Bible and see what Christ teaches because that's the way you're supposed to live. And it's tough because nobody's going to be able to do it. That was kind of the whole point of Christ coming. Nobody is going to be able to live as perfectly as Christ. Jokes. The world's filled with jokester, that's for sure. And then the question was raised, why do we have to worry about Muslims? They're a minority. No, they're not. I think there's almost as many Muslims as there are Christians, and they've always been a problem. Always. And never been innocent. And now you have extremists going around lopping people's heads off and trying to take over pieces of land and spread the religion no matter what cost. If you don't accept it, you get killed or become a slave. People need to learn and do research. It's written in their book that you will be killed or become a slave and have to pay taxes to them. It is written in that Quran. It is a nasty book. I've read bits and pieces of it and have not been too fond of what I've read in it. I'll stick with Jesus. Thank you very much. None of these are the ones that I need. I think I have this sword, but I'll pick it up just in case. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Legendary one. 4207. Yeah, this one's better all around, I think. Yep. Okay. That's getting sold. Ugh. My lower body keeps spasming. I'm just gonna whine about it now, forever and always. My legs are hurting because of these spasms, man. Drive me wild. Anyway, let's say a quick prayer. Lord, I just ask you to soften people's hearts, open their eyes to the reality, and give them wisdom that's not of the world but in you, Lord. And hey, you soften my heart as well, and give me patience a little bit with this, Lord, and lead me in how to deal with this, but make it clear the pathway that I need to go. In Jesus' name, amen. Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut, though, and I'm not bringing attention to all those people that are talking so crazily either. These are just my ranting thoughts at this point on what I have been seeing, which has not been good. It's been rather stupid, especially on like the high media channels or, mainstream media. It's also filled with a bunch of idiots who jump at everything that Hamas throws out there. Slow down, game. You are really taking a performance hit. Alright, we finished this area. I think I can get out of here. Get a lizard. Really want to farm more of these red rings. I actually kind of need them for this build. I need them with legendary points available on them. Oh gosh. Cold resistance on a belt. Okay. Oh, Kingdom of Heaven. Such a good movie. Kind of feel like watching Alita too. Haven't watched that for a while. dropping good stuff anymore. I'll try to get it up to 250 corruption and keep it there. Maybe 300. I don't really want to go above 300 yet. I'm on an island all alone. Yeah, I haven't been able to sleep too well, but I've been able to fall asleep. Maybe for an hour or two lately, but it's better than what I haven't been doing, so which is staying awake all night. Which I can't stand. I have to get a sleep study done though. That's the next step in this. Beacons up there, huh? So we'll see how well I sleep soon. I know I don't sleep well. I wake up every hour, almost on the hour. Either from my legs jerking me awake or pain or just having to go to the bathroom in general. All right. You guys ever check out and want to find something funny and learned about Muhammad? Look up the people of Alzut. Alzutt. It is kind of creepily ridiculous. Just a clarification. I believe the people of Zut are Middle Eastern people that were renowned for the size of their phalluses or their penises. Is one of the leading points of the story, to say the least. If the people are no more, you have failed. Nice short stream. No, it's gotta die. Oh, that's a super beacon. That brings us close to what we want, but let's just keep pushing out a little further. I have a strict loot filter on because I'm getting tired of seeing so much that I should want to pick up because I am a loot goblin for sure. Pick up every little thing I can. Alright, let's go get the treasure chest. The treasure chest is what I'm going to get. Can't stop me now. Ah! Damn, my lizard. Literally at the other end of this map. Darn, shards. Shrine of Shards. Oh, there's only one? Okay. Gotta destroy the eggs. Did you guys see that debate between apostate prophet and Andrew Wilson about whether Christians should support Israel or not? Yeah, this lady tried using that video as well, and I'm just like, I hate debates as a platform in the first place. Don't think they're that great at getting your actual point across, nor is it a good conversational piece. It's just, for the most part, people yelling at each other saying, I'm right, you're wrong, here's why, ish, without facts sometimes. don't need necro. Why did you go back in? I was pointing this way. Ooh, I feel it now. Perfect. Shut up. Shut up. Where is it? Christ was crucified. Let's see. Do it again. 300. I'm almost there. Okay, really there. 110 corruption. My monolith idols. 300 off. Kill shade Orvis. 300. Okay. Definitely got a gate to that obelisk. Blue, blue eyes. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Oops. Okay, I am back. Eat some gummies. Just fruit snacks. Just some fruit snacks. Yeah, I'm just getting sick and tired of this crazy old world, man. Everybody's already having a hard enough time just getting through their daily lives, and then people want to make up whatever they feel like making up and redefine everything. And nope, I would like to say it's not allowed, but they can say whatever the heck they want. But make sure you're doing some fact checking on your own. It's very simple to do. also suspicious when they have videos that are not actually posted anywhere else then. Mm-mm-mm. You gotta go all the way up there. The Leper King. Is probably one of the coolest kings of Jerusalem, in my opinion, or at least according to the movie. I really liked him. He was one of my favorite characters. Kingdom of Heaven. Baldwin. Evelyn. I think Evelyn was a real place, right? Maybe I'll have to look it up. Evelyn. Really, Diva? Mailman will be coming here shortly. You cannot go out. Diva, lay down, girly. Thank you, Diva. This is a very straight trip for. Two-handed staff. Oh, sweating. Kids will be home in an hour with the wife. I'm actually enjoying the quiet. But, Sorry, getting dizzy, guys. Get some experience books. What disconnected? It did end up right. Mm. Ooh. All right. So this one. Okay. Did hear something funny that they said that Jews were working with Hitler. I find that hilarious, actually. I don't know how much of that is true or not, but like, even if they were working with Hitler, at some point they were put in a concentration camp because, he didn't like Jews whatsoever. So it's kind of a ridiculous statement to try to justify your point. We'll research that once we're out of here. So let's Google. The term and history have remained controversial regarding the exact nature of collaboration in some cases. During the Nazis' ascent to power, some Jewish organizations, such as the Organization of German National Jews and the German Vanguard, supports Nazism until being outlawed in late 1935, motivated by anti-communism, conservative nationalism, anti-Zionism, and anti-liberalism. These groups had initially believed that Nazi anti-Semitism was merely heretical, hyperbole, or a tactic to stir up the masses. Judenrat and ghetto police in German occupied Europe during World War II. Jews, Romani, and some other minorities were destined for removal, first through ghettoization and exile, and finally through extermination. To streamline the process of excluding Jews and to ease the burden of management, Germans established Jewish institutions in the ghetto. These included first, foremost Jewish administrative boards called Judenraten, Rate, and the Jewish Ghetto Police, responsible for maintaining order in the ghettos. Formerly, the Jewish police were subordinate to the Judenrats, but at most ghettos they quickly became independent of them and even gained a higher position, reporting directly to the Germans. Aimed at improving the well-being of the communities they headed, only their successors, chosen by the Germans from among the most corrupt. Yeah, these were corrupt people, bad corrupt people, and they are killed too. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, and I've heard about this group, the Lee Group, Fighter for the Freedom of Israel, and often known. Stern Gang was a Zionist paramilitary organization funded by Palestine's vowed aim was to evict the British authorities from Palestine. Regarded the British Empire as its main enemy. In January 1941, they offered an anti-British partnership to Germany in exchange for following European Jews to emigrate to Palestine. That was the original goal of Germany. The primary, I guess, was to just get Jews out of Germany. Criminalized Jewish collaboration with the Nazis under the law. Yeah, they were just Jews that thought they could use the Germans, and then the Germans ended up using them. My thing is the Arabs that joined and worked with, literally worked side by side with Hitler, were like right hand men to him. Ooh, what ring? Yeah. Ah, it sucks. Yeah, this is near perfect here. Sad. Junk. Rerolled dexterity, probably. Elemental damage, fire damage, attunement, strong speed. Shut off. Necklace. Shut off. Gloves. Shut off. I don't need any more bows. Don't worry, I'm coming back to play. I just have to take a little eye rest. Hmm. Hey, hey. Can't catch a break. HRC, let us see. Drawer, we all die here. Killing some spiders. I'd pick up some shards. Picking up the shards so I don't miss out on awesome builds. That kills stuff, so there it is. Get the heck out of Lemon, or whatever his name is, Chateau Lemon. Tio. The guy with the white beard and the white and red beard, and Kingdom of Heaven. No, don't need that. I have a bunch of them. Okay. Always make sure to buy some shatter runes. Corruption level 1000. Thank you for your visit. Sarcasm. Been live for an hour and a half. I might call it after this run. Who knows? But we'll see. Take a little nap and then maybe come back on later if I can get my head back together. Doing okay for a little bit now. Now I'm done. My eyes are shooting everywhere. I can't really see the screen. Gila Dushan. Kingdom of Conscience or Nothing. I like that. Nice talking, Orlando Bloom. If you can't tell, I'm watching Kingdom of Heaven on the side screen. It's always been one of my favorite movies. Almost as good as The Patriot and Braveheart. Braveheart is like one of the best movies of all time in my opinion, but when you want to have done a little evil. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here, take a nap, and then try to come back on later, I think. All right, streamers and gamers, I'll be back in a little bit. Hopefully, after I take my nap, get my head straightened out, like I said. All right, thanks for stopping